You're gonna want to grab a seat, ladies and gentlemen of the beloved Copper Empire, because seriously, what we're gonna talk about knocked me off my feet. I can't believe Capital Games is actually adding features like this, the Galaxy of Heroes. In case you haven't been watching too closely, this upcoming week is gonna be a very busy one. And we already kind of got like a sneak peek as to what the update's gonna be adding in terms of massive quality of life features that we've been asking for and some that are surprising us. To summarize, we have the Fury Class Interceptor unlock tomorrow. We're going to talk about when the Leviathan unlock might be. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is looking like to come out this week, like I called. And it looks like ship loadouts are finally coming to Galaxies after so many years of waiting. And there's some features we didn't know that were coming. It looks like there's a Conquest simming, which I would greatly appreciate. There's going to be a turn order tracker, which blows my mind. I've been asking for so long, never expect it to happen. And it looks like CG's looking at data and feedback from you guys on Krayt Dragon raid frequency. Is it too much? Is it too little? Or is it just right? Well, hop on over and let's just see what all of this might. There's a reason why I'm not Dr. Seuss. So the first thing I want to talk about with all you fantastic individuals is the Fury Class Interceptor and the Leviathan. Tomorrow is finally the day where we get our last Conquest payout for the first cycle of the Fury Class Interceptor. I'm fortunate to have it unlocked right away, but my concern is for those, most of you guys who aren't getting Fury Class Interceptor right away. Are you in trouble with unlocking the Fury Class Interceptor, which needed for the Leviathan? Well, we're going to revisit the road ahead real quick. So if you guys remember, back in April, we had the official confirmation that the Leviathan, commanded by Darth Vader, is coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. However, the thing that has me concerned, my hope is that CG is going to give us at least another couple conquests, maybe one or two, so people that want to farm into shipments have the opportunity to do so. But there's something a little concerning down here. If you check out the Fury Class Interceptor post, it says make sure to unlock the Fury Class Interceptor from Conquest right away if you want to unlock this new capital ship at launch. If that's the case, if we're going to take this literally, that means the Leviathan might be coming to Galaxy Heroes within the next 2 weeks, because in 2 more weeks from now, we need the next Conquest unit to start grinding for. That's usually how the system goes. So there might be a chance. This thing's getting expedited, and there might not be a chance to farm all the new Sith ships that came, the TIE Dagger, the Mark 6 Interceptor, and then the Fury Class Interceptor being the biggest issue. So I just want to put it out there that my optimism might not match the reality of the situation here. And as you know, these events are kind of infrequent, but the good news is it's not like the Grand Inquisitor event. Generally, the Profundity Executor, it's kind of a monthly thing. So you might not have it at launch, but hopefully you can have it the month or two after. Speaking of ships, in the road ahead, we had to think about fleet loadouts, and everyone's like, where's the fleet loadouts? Where's the fleet loadouts? My gosh, this is something that we've been asking for years. We finally got teasers of it, and we're very impatient. The good news is it's looking like we already have the data mine for this update, and it's showing it's right around the corner, looking like this week's big update. As always, these data mines are coming from SWGOHE events, the unofficial road ahead of Galaxy of Heroes. This is usually where we get our first intel when there's some new character coming, a new feature coming. This is where we get our first heads up. But this, it's not speculation. We see that the next update for Galaxy of Heroes is currently in certification, and it basically breaks down a lot of the stuff that they are finding in the data mine. And as you can see, we have the fleet presets, squad moving tab. So if you want to move your fleets around, you can. Getting the UI confirmation, do you want to move the fleet up or down? Deleting, adding. Basically, long story short, we're seeing everything that would indicate we're finally getting the fleet loadouts. Yay! However, there are two other things that I'm actually more interested in. Number one, we have a Conquest Combat Sim button, and it says multi-sim. It looks like they might be turning the Conquest table similar to the Cantina table or the Light Side Dark Side, where you just sim a battle, you get your rewards. I'm not sure how this is gonna work though. Do you have to have like a max crate? Do you have to have a 3-star already on a particular node? Is this gonna help when you're farming feats? So like, let's say you're trying to do an all Jedi thing. Will it count towards all Jedi? Will it count the foresights and stuff like that? I'm not too confident about that. My suspicion is it's probably just gonna let you sim, get rewards from the datacrons, trying to make them a little bit more liked, as they're already probably one of the most disliked features they've ever put out. However, I do hope that maybe this will help you multi-sim if you're just using Dr. Affa or something. Just send it on in there, boom, you get it. But the more nuanced things like evasion, dodges, applying damage over time, I don't know if it's going to work like that, but nonetheless, great to see that Conquest is kind of a sore point. it's very tedious and it's bad engagement time. We want to enjoy our time playing, not just let it sit on auto passively for so many hours. But there's one more thing that really threw me off guard. This is something I've asked for. I was not expecting this. So I'm going to give big props to CG. Adding features like this shows me that they still have a strong commitment to add things to the game that don't make money, but it's a massive quality of life thing. In this era where we're seeing so many characters getting tons of turn meter, high speeds, for example, Captain Rex is nutty. You kind of want to know, when are you getting a turn? Knowing exactly what turn you're going to have with what character is critical. Like if you're using Imperial Troopers fighting Darth Vader, you need to know, do I have a few more turns to keep my turn meter running? Sometimes the turn meter bars, they look so similar among all the characters. It's kind of a guessing game, and sometimes that guessing game can turn into a loss where you would have won if you just would have had a little bit more extra information rather than rough eyeballing. Well, it looks like there's this turn order tracker. Now, I'm not sure if this is in the same update as this that we're going to be getting in the next week or so here. I hope it is, though. You can see there's already in-game messaging. The turn order tracker is a useful way to see who's going next in combat. I'm going to show you an example. It's already been implemented in another type of hero collector game. And then you can see here, you have a tutorial. Units move down on the tracker as they approach their turn and take their turn when they reach the bottom. Units that gain bonus turn meter can jump the line, though. Tap the tracker if you want to hide it. So it's something even you can hide. So even if you don't need it most of the time, you can hide it. And then if there's a moment like, oh, who's going next here? You tap on a button. It shows you. That's an extra step I wasn't expecting them to do. So I'm going to show you an example. One example I know I've seen this in a hero collector style game is Disney Source Arena. And it's like really only one of the few turn-based games for hero collectors that has this type of feature. And it makes life so much better knowing who's going to go next when, so you can really plan out things. And even if you want to see your opponent's turn order, you can see, all right, who's going next? That's going to really determine what you're going to want to do. This is a huge thing that's going to definitely change the outcome of a lot of battles you wish you had in the past. Big fan of this. Big props to CG. I love seeing stuff like this. Something that I know we've asked, but we really haven't pushed because we're like, it's not going to happen. It's capital games. And they surprise us. Credit where credit's due. We've been talking about this for a while, but also Cal Kestis, it looks like the Journey event is going to happen this week. I made a prediction a couple weeks ago because I noticed there was a change in territory battles where it's awkwardly starting on this coming Friday. I was like, oh, okay, that means something's happening. So my prediction is it's looking like Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is coming out this week finally. So I expect kit reveal on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're probably going to get the big update with the fleet loadouts, the Conquest semi, hopefully the turn meter thing. And then likely the event is, since it's a limited time Journey event and not a permanent thing, it's likely going to turn on this coming Thursday. I'm going to make one more prediction as well. Since it's been roughly a year now, I believe Grand Inquisitor will have a permanent spot in the Journey guide finally. Kind of timing out well with Cal Kestis, I think. Lastly, this might seem like a minor thing, but I do know it already feels like there's people that are having burnout with the Krayt Dragon raid. It's mostly in regards to its frequency. We kind of took for granted that a lot of the raids of past have been simmable. Everyone got their rewards, or in the situation like the Sith Triumvirate raid, you just needed like one person to do it. Everyone got their rewards. Or in the situation of Challenge Ranker raid, a decent guild didn't need everyone to participate and everyone still got rewards. Now that you have to participate in order to get rewards, and it's happening 2 times a week, although technically there were more raids running before, we didn't feel it. Now you feel it, and some people just hate the frequency of it. So they're putting out a survey. I'll leave a link down below if you want to access the survey and give your own opinion. I can't guarantee anything, but sometimes when you fill in these surveys and you put your ally code in, they give you some freebies. I've seen people get freebies for, like, for example, there was a Conquest Pass survey. Some people got some freebies. So if you want to put your ally code in, you might get something. At the minimum, you're giving feedback that's hopefully helpful. And it's just pertaining to the frequency, not the quality of the Krayt Dragon raid. So it's just a 1-question thing, really simple survey. How do you feel about the current 3-day cadence for attacking the Krayt Dragon raid? Note that any change in cadence would coincide with the change in rewards reserve of players receive now. The question focuses entirely on the time spent. So if you want more Krayt Dragon raids, they'll probably take the current rewards and just spread it out more. If you want less Krayt Dragon raids, they'll probably take the 2 that we do a week and then merge it into 1. So the rewards shouldn't be changed. It's just the frequency. I'll just give you my opinion. It probably won't reflect everybody's. I do enjoy the Krayt Dragon raid. I enjoy that it's giving certain teams a spotlight that they didn't have otherwise. And I really do enjoy that there's a scaling difficulty slider so everyone can participate fight, even if you only have gear 11 characters or something. But I will admit, for some reason, just 2 times a week, this seems like too much. Like one time it's like, oh cool, I'm gonna do my Krayt Dragon raid. And then a couple days later comes, I was like, oh crap, I gotta do it again now? So for me, I kind of feel like, I don't quite feel like this is just right. It's at the point where I definitely don't want more, and I definitely do the Krayt Dragon raid. I guess if I had to pick, I'm kind of somewhere between this just right and I want more time between raids. Like, I would be fine if we went to like the challenge rank or raid cycle where really it was only like 1 time a week, so long as the rewards stay constant. But that's coming from me, where I feel like the best quality time I spend in Galaxy of Heroes is Grand Arena. When it comes to PvE content, you know, I'm not as crazy about the amount of times I have to do it over and over again. I don't mind doing it. I enjoy doing it once a week. 2 times a week is just like, I forget I have to do it again and I lose track when the raid reset. But again, you let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you want more. And that's gonna wrap it up for today, ladies and gentlemen. Busy week coming up, and I'm looking forward to spending as much time as I can with all you guys. Leave that like, comment down below. What are you looking forward to most? A lot of stuff to think about. But more importantly, don't forget how it's great to be in the Empire today.
The sun never sets. We dominate. We're stronger together.